Hi friends, welcome back. So we are on the eve of the Cybertruck event and Elon Musk just told advertisers to go F themselves. So for real, you got to see this for yourself.
Apology tour, if you will. That this had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f yourself.
So the reason why I laugh on this is that if you understand sort of this whole drama with Elon Musk, there's always been reports about he's kind of a jerk as a boss and like he sort of talks in this kind of way. And I feel like this particular interview is so interesting because it really gives a window of who he really is. Now, I'm sure the fanboys and fangirls will say, oh, well, this is really positive. This is great. I love bosses like that. But I want you to see more and make up your own mind for yourself.
But
go f yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
So again, guys, GFY. And if you don't understand what we're talking about here, we're talking about Twitter/X, and this is Facebook, Instagram, these kind of social media companies. The basic gist of it is that people come on the platform for free. I basically sell your data to advertisers, and you're able to have access to this whole network thing because people advertise to said users. Now, when you basically destroy that business model and say, well, I don't need advertisers, then the only way really to survive is essentially a subscription model. So, I mean, are people willing to pay, $8, $10 a month for Twitter the same way that they would pay, say, for Netflix? Is that what people want? And that's sort of the question I posed to you. And I get it. The fanboys and fangirls say, oh, well, Elon Musk is awesome. He can do anything that he wants. I mean, maybe. I mean, that's why we're watching. But it's you'll see more because I feel like the way that this conversation is going is that he kind of knows this is the end of Twitter/X, and he's kind of hinting at that. You'll see you'll see it for yourself right here.
Well, let me ask you then.
That's how I feel. Don't advertise.
How do you think then about the economics of X? If part of the underlying model, at least today, and maybe it needs to shift, maybe the answer is it needs to shift away from advertising. If you believe that this is the one part of your business where you will be beholden to those who have this view, what do you do?
GFY.
I understand that, but there's a reality too, right?
Yes. No.
I mean, Linda Yaccarino's right here, and she's got to sell advertising.
Absolutely. So, totally. No. Actually, what this advertising boycott is going to do, it's going to kill the company.
And do you think that
and the whole world will know that those advertisers killed the company, and we will document it in great detail.
So as you know, we've been following this Twitter/Drama X for a while, and I mean, I just think he's giving a real clear indication that this could really be the end.
But those advertisers, I imagine, are going to say we didn't kill the company.
Oh yeah.
They're going to say
tell it to Earth.
But they're going to say Elon, that you killed the company because you said these things, and that they were inappropriate things, and that they didn't feel comfortable on the platform. Right? That's what they're going to say.
And let's see how Earth responds to that.
So this goes back to
we'll both make our cases,
right?
And we'll see what the outcome is.
What are the economics of that for you? I mean, you have enormous resources, so you can actually keep this company going for a very long time. Would you keep it going for a long time if there was no advertising?
I mean, if the company fails because of an advertiser boycott, it will fail because of an advertiser boycott, and that will be what bankrupted the company, and that's what everybody on Earth will know.
So you heard it for yourself there. Elon Musk is talking about the death of Twitter, and it just sounds like he's sort of given up on this and pissed off and is basically trying to blame other people and go after yourself. So, my opinion on this stuff is advertisers can advertise wherever they want, and if they feel like there's content on a platform that's not necessarily the kind of content they want their advertising next to, they're going to pull their ads. I don't think it's difficult to understand, but for whatever reason, the fanboys and fangirls like act like this is some sort of holy crusade or something like that to allow people to put whatever adult content or, that kind of stuff, because that's the kind of stuff that's on there, either hate speech or adult content. And you guys have a freedom to do whatever you like, but it's just for advertiser friendly, maybe not so much, right? The same way that whatever adult sites that you're looking at, it's not like Disney, Coca-Cola, and Apple want to advertise in those kind of sites. They just don't. So anyway, I wanted to share this with you because I think it's an important look into the mind of Elon Musk. Now, there's one more thing that a lot of people have overlooked, and I want to play it for you here. It's referring to EV market and China. So take a look at this as well.
Is there another car company that you think is doing a good job with EVs?
I mean, I think the Chinese car companies are extremely competitive. By far, our toughest competition is in China. So, I mean, there's a lot of people who out there who think like the top 10 car companies are going to be Tesla, followed by 9 Chinese car companies. I think they might not be wrong. So, China is super good at manufacturing, and the work ethic is incredible. So, like if we consider different leagues of competitiveness at Tesla, we consider the Chinese league to be the most competitive. And by the way, we do very well in China because our China team is the best China team.
How worried are you?
So I wanted to play these two things side by side because I want you guys to see like how he is bowing down to China all the time. And anytime he talks about it, like you can see he pauses, he has to think about it. He's like, oh my God, I don't want to say certain things. And he's always really respectful to the Chinese government and the Chinese car companies, etc. What's interesting about this, and I want to point this out really clearly, yes, they do make cars in China, and yes, there are car companies in China, but don't discount the Japanese car companies, like a Honda or Toyota. Don't discount the Korean car companies, right? So like a Hyundai or Kia. And don't discount the German ones, so like Volkswagen, BMW, Mercedes, etc. There are a lot of car companies out in the world, and it's just fascinating that Elon Musk always bows down to China. And for those of you who really think, oh, well, this is all about free speech, and Elon Musk loves free speech, he never says anything bad about human rights issues or anything bad about free speech issues in China. Again, he bows down to China. So he doesn't really believe in free speech in the way that you want him to believe it. Like you can see it himself. And they in the interview too, they asked him something like, so why don't you ever talk about China? And he's like, well, I follow the laws in the of the country. So it is what it is. And I find this, and to be honest, entertaining to see what happens with the Twitter/X saga, and also too with the Cybertruck stuff, because I feel like when I literally see with my own eyes the stuff that he says and see how he behaves, and it's funny how people can just interpret how they want and make whatever stuff. So for me, when I see this stuff, it's like, yep, that's a boss who could totally be a jerk, and yep, that's a boss who tells people to go F themselves, and yep, that's a boss who bows down to China. It's obvious to me. But if you guys disagree, please let me know. If I misinterpret anything, please let me know. I'd like to hear it. So anyway, thanks again for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you next video.